Hey everyone. Hey everyone, it's Anne Marie with the Women's Business Center of Utah on another live stream, and I'm so excited to be joined by Summer today. If you should know, if you've been watching our live streams and our social media, that the Women's Business Center of Utah did a grant giveaway through the month of February, and we have awarded and will be awarding 5 grants, each for $1,000 to women business owners who participated in the giveaway. And this is Summer. She's one of the winners. So I'm so excited to get to know you, Summer. We just want to know, first of all, who are you? And tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, I'm Sommer Weight, and we have a business called Inspiration. It's a holistic wellness center that does energy healing. And then we have paint your own ceramics, so people can come in and paint ceramics anytime and take them home that day. And that is a great thing. For people to come and connect and leave their phones home and just connect as people.
So I love that. Where are you located at?
We're in Roosevelt, Utah.
Roosevelt. We're coming there next week.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, absolutely. So, Eastern Utah, we have a lot going on there, and it's so nice to see that you're from Roosevelt. Just as like a side note for everybody, one of our employees actually lives there and works remotely for the Women's Business Center of Utah. So that's Ashley Coolant. Maybe a neighbor, maybe a down the road, but someone in your neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh, I know who she is. I don't know her because it's a small town. So
we'll get to know you. We will visit you in person next week when we're in town. Yes. So tell us a little bit more about how you got into business. You know, a lot of times we're kind of surprised at how people end up being business owners, and sometimes we're not surprised. But tell us your story.
So about 6 years ago, my husband started doing something that was really weird to me. He got into Reiki, and I was like, what are you doing? I didn't understand it, but it changed our family's life because it was all about positivity. And so then it changed our lives, how we were raising our children. And then about 3 years ago, I became a Reiki Master, and I had been a dental assistant for 20 years. And I just decided I wanted something that was fulfilling. Dentistry is fulfilling, but not fulfilling in a positive way. Nobody likes to come to the dentist. And so everyone loves to come see me now. Yeah. So everyone loves to come see me now. So it changed our lives, and it was just felt like something we needed to do. And it has been the best thing we could have done. The way we raised our children, now they're 19 and 16, but it just changed how we look at life. And I love when everyone comes in, they're so happy to see us, and they're come in and they're like, oh, I can breathe. So that's really why I love it so much.
I love you sharing that because, and I'm a stats person, so I track a lot of information about those that we serve, the Women's Business Center of Utah. The average age is 41, which it's actually a little bit higher than I thought it would be. But it just reminds me that women business owners, they come from all different phases in life to be business owners. You had a whole career, for 20 years doing one thing and taking care of your family financially, and then you decide, I want it to be a little bit different for me, because ownership should be about making money. I mean, as we know, the love of money is probably bad, but you can take care of so many things. Own a business that should be profitable, take care of your family, employ other people.
Yes.
I just love what you're doing, and with all the positivity. So
thank you.
I'm wondering if you have you received any services from the WBC Utah? Some of our winners haven't yet.
I haven't yet. Somebody was making a holistic directory in our area, and I was just kind of searching, and you guys popped up. I'm like, this is the coolest thing. This is women empowering women. So, and that's kind of how I came upon you. And it was right when you were doing your giveaway. So I was like, well, I'm going to fill this out and see what happens. And so now I'd like to take advantage. Yeah.
I love that. So just so everyone knows, if this is the first time you've heard a live stream, or you're just getting to know the Women's Business Center of Utah, we are a nonprofit 501c3, funded in part by the SBA. That's federal taxpayer dollars. That means you've already prepaid for some of our services. And we provide advising and training in all different ways. We do training in person, virtual, pre-recorded webinars, self-paced courses. And right now, everything is free. because
That's
it's
awesome.
important to make sure, like you're saying, Summer,
Hmm.
you might want to switch something in your life. And we
Yeah.
know that women have been at a disadvantage in business. I mean, it's not
Hmm.
fair. It's not fair yet. So
No.
this is why we exist. And a lot of people will say, it's too good to be true. How could you not charge anything? Or how can you give away, $1,000 or $5,000? That's helping women business grow.
Hmm.
But the main thing is that we have funding from taxpayer dollars. We have funding from organizations and foundations and banks that care about supporting women business owners so that we don't have to necessarily charge those who would like help. So I want to thank personally the NASDAQ Foundation, because the $1,000 is going to come to you, Summer, was given to us by the NASDAQ Foundation with the specific purpose of getting it into the hands of women business owners. So again, we're a nonprofit, so we
Hmm.
don't raise money to keep for ourselves. We raise money to help people and to get money into their accounts so they can grow their businesses. So my big question for you, Summer, is what are you going to do with $1,000 for your business?
Well, there's a couple things that I've been thinking about. I would like to have a separation between the wellness center area and the ceramics just to make it a little more peaceful. Ceramics is kind of noisy, which is great. I want it to be noisy and fun, but when you're trying to relax, it's a little distracting.
Opposite, yeah.
Yes. And also I noticed, so we have not been able to purchase like a full on sign outside. So we have our windows done and then we just bought a banner and put on top of our building. And so that would be really cool too. And the other day I was looking, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so faded. So it would be cool to purchase a sign to put on top of our building too. So something along those lines for improvement.
I love that. Because if you're not a business owner, you might think $1,000, I could go on a really cool vacation with that.
Yeah.
But as a business owner, you can find ways to actually accelerate what you're doing by infusing some money into your business. I love
Yes.
this. Oh, that's
Yes.
great. Well, I'm wondering if you can tell us a little bit more about, and this is like totally off the cuff,
Okay.
but how do you balance being a wife and a mother? You said you have a 16-year-old and a 19-year-old. How do you do that? Balance it
I
all.
have a really supportive husband and my boys are great. But it takes a village, obviously. My family's great to step in. My husband's family, like we have a great support system, but we also like whoever's home first that gets dinner on, and it's not mom just cleans, it's the whole family. And so it really, and sometimes I have to take a step back and realize, yes, he's a 16-year-old boy or a 19-year-old boy, but that's okay. They tried and it's never going to be perfect. So
I love you mentioned never going to be perfect because
yes.
I know that it's hard. I mean, I have two small businesses and then I have my full-time job and I'm a mom and a wife. And
Mm-hmm.
it can be really, you know, there's a lot of weight to be perfect or do it all,
Yes.
and I really, I mean, I've heard lately people saying it's really not about balance. You can't possibly balance, especially daily. There's no way. But over time, I hope that we balance really well. But I have heard the terminology about integration. And
Yes.
you talked about that, like integrating your life and your business and your family so that
Mm-hmm.
they don't, you know, kind of play against each other. I'm so glad that you've been able to do
Exactly.
that.
Yeah. Well, and I just feel like I used to want the perfect home, the perfect cleanliness, and we live in our home. So yes, it gets cluttered. Is it filthy? No, I want to keep it clean. But I also have to loosen up those reins a little bit and realize like not everything has to be like exactly perfect, exactly how I envisioned it. So there's no black and white. There's lots of gray in between.
Everything is gray. I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about having, our house look like somebody's social media post. But I'm just
Yes.
so grateful that we can share with one another that life's not perfect. Let's not sweat the small stuff, but
Yes.
also let's take advantage of the dreams we have. I
For
mean,
sure.
the switch from one career into business ownership was not, I'm sure it was scary. I mean, giving
It
up.
was. It was. Well, and I've always worked, even when my boys were little, I worked part-time. I have always helped provide for our family that way. And that was hard for me to like let go of that too. Just like to start a business, you don't make money for yourself at first because you pour it all back into the business. But my husband's great to help out and my kids are great for understanding and it will come. So
I love it. So, all of you listening or who will listen, it's been so fun to get to know Summer and Roosevelt. There is a conference next week in Roosevelt. That's why we're going to be there.
Yes, there is.
It's on the 13th. If you're going to be at or near Roosevelt, or come on out. I know the registration, I believe, closes today. The Women's Business Center of Utah travels, and so we will share more about us being in Roosevelt. And just know we're traveling to Nephi also in the month of April. So we're headed out and around. So it's so nice to be able to get to know you, Sommer. Congratulations on $1,000. And again, thank you to NASDAQ Foundation. And just to wrap it up, the whole reason why we did the grant giveaway, not just get money into people's hands, but to help promote the Utah Women-Owned Business Directory at utahwomenowned.com. We've never had a directory in the state of Utah, and people would ask me how to find the women business owners. And I would have to say, I can share it with you, but we actually did that step forward to make a directory. It's free. It's free to use. Sommer is on it with her business. And we have almost 1,500 listings so far. And I think that we have listings from every county, but I believe 3. So we're working so hard on it. And just know that the grant giveaway helped us to substantially increase the number of listings on that directory. So I hope you all use a directory like you might use Google or Amazon. Use utahwomenowned.com to do and find your product or services that you're looking for. Maybe just once a month, go to that website, utahwomenowned.com instead of amazon.com, and you'll help your local economy and women business owners just like Sommer. Is there anything else you want to share, Sommer, before we close up?
Actually, yeah, I just want, like, if you have a dream, follow that dream, because it will pay off, and you don't know if it's going to work out unless you try. And the blessings from trying have been amazing, and the people I've met have been awesome. Like, I would never met you guys or anything, and that is an awesome connection to have. So
I love it. Thank you so much, Sommer. It's been so nice to get to know you, and I look forward to seeing you in person next week.
All right.
Just know,
sounds great.
I know. I can't wait to be in person.
Yes.
Just know, ladies, we are here to help you to make sure you're successful as a business owner. It's at wbcutah.org. We're here to help. Our services don't cost anything, and we'll see you next time at our next live stream. Thanks so much.